Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I asked you guys on the YouTube community page, and then I also did get some DMs of questions that you guys had for me. So I'm excited to kind of answer some questions that I've never really answered before and just kind of allow you guys to get to know me a little bit better. If you guys like Q&As, please make sure to give this one a thumbs up so I know you guys like them. Subscribe if you aren't already, and let's just hop right into the Q&A. The first question is, how old are you? So I am 26. My birthday is on February 20th. So I turned 26 a few days after Navy was born. So yes, I did have 3 children by 25. It's crazy to think about. And then it says, where are you from? So I am from Portland, Oregon. I was born and raised here. I hope to not stay here forever. I love the weather and I love the nature that there is in Oregon, but I'm sure you guys have heard the stories of Portland, Oregon, and yes, they are all true. And no, ideally, I would not want to raise my kids in a town or a city like that. So we hope to maybe move eventually. I don't know. I mean, we just built our house, so we're not completely sure if we want to move, but it is kind of an idea in our heads of like maybe we'll move, but we don't know really where. So if you guys like where you live, leave me a comment down below letting me know where you live, kind of the pros and cons of where you're at, because we know we don't really want to be in Portland forever. It's not a good family town. I'm going to be completely honest, it's not. If you guys love where you live, please let me know down in the comments where that is and why you love it. How did you and your husband meet? So I used to work at a coffee shop called Black Rock Coffee Bar, and my husband was a customer, and it's kind of like a weird story because he was a customer. I remember like drawing hearts on his lids because I thought he was cute, so I was like trying to flirt with him. And turns out I actually went to high school with his brother, but I didn't know they were brothers until I figured it out a little bit later, but I had no idea they were brothers. So yeah, that is how we met. We met at my work. He was a customer at my coffee shop. The next question is, what shampoo do you use? So I use the Verb Ghost shampoo and conditioner, and then I also really love their purple shampoo. It's how I keep my hair ashy and not yellow. So I have been loving that shampoo, and they actually did give me a 10% off discount link if you guys want to check them out. But yes, I definitely suggest the Ghost shampoo, and the purple shampoo works great in my opinion. So I'll leave my discount link down below if you guys want to check it out. Do you plan on having any more kids, or will Navy be your last? So this was definitely the question I got asked the most out of any question, and the answer is she will probably be our last baby. We are not going to try to have another baby. We are very content with our 3 kids. Obviously miracles do happen, and so if we end up having another baby, then it'll be the biggest blessing for our family. My husband is planning on getting a vasectomy here probably in a few months. I don't know, he needs to call and schedule that appointment, but he is just taking his sweet time on that. So I'm not on birth control, I'm not getting on birth control, so like I said, miracles do happen, but as far as like purposely trying to have a baby, no, we won't be doing that. Did you go to college? Yes, I did actually go to college. I went to 3 colleges. So after I graduated high school, I had a full ride scholarship to University of Oregon. So I ended up going to University of Oregon for 1 term, and then my mom got sick and was in the hospital, and there was just a ton of events that happened in my life that caused me to come home. So I actually gave up my full ride scholarship and just started going to Portland State University. So I went there for a few years, and I just didn't know why I was paying so much to go to a university rather than a community college for the classes that I was taking. So I graduated from a community college with my associate's degree while I was pregnant with Weston. How old were you when you got pregnant with Weston? You seem pretty young. So yes, I am fairly young. Like I said, I am 26. So I got pregnant with Weston when I was 20 years old, and I had him when I was 21. So yeah, I was 20 when I got pregnant with him. How do you have so much energy during this newborn stage, especially with 2 other little ones? Do you guzzle coffee, take naps, or is it just your brain working in survival mode? So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have no energy. I really am so exhausted all the time. I don't sleep very well, and it's exhausting having 3 kids. I think a lot of it is my brain working in survival mode. Like, I just know that there are things that need to get done, and if there are things that need to get done, like, I'm gonna do them. So I know my kids need to eat. I know that my kids need to play. I know my kids need to go for walks. Like, I know all of these things need to happen, and so I'm the type of person who, like, I need to get things done when they need to get done. So even though I'm completely exhausted, you know, I've just got my coffee in hand and I go and get the things that I need to get done. It's definitely not easy, and there are days that you guys don't see where I'm literally just trying to survive and I'm literally just doing the bare minimum, but obviously on those days I'm not filming. So I do film the hard parts of motherhood too. Like, yes, you guys have seen some of my videos where I'm keeping it very real, but on the days where I'm completely like exhausted, I don't pull out the camera to film because that's not going to be fun for you guys to watch. So just keep that in mind. You guys only see like a portion of YouTubers' days, and so like, yes, I am definitely very tired most of the time, and yes, I am running in survival mode right now. Why did you start a YouTube channel, and do you make money from it? So I ended up starting my YouTube channel when I was trying to get pregnant with Noah. I had just seen all of these other YouTubers filming their newborn stages with their babies and giving mom advice and like all of this stuff, and I just felt like that would be so cool to be able to look back on and watch like old videos of your kids like as they grow. So for me, the reason I started my YouTube channel was to be able to look back on like the times with my kids. That's why I have a YouTube channel. I also just love to help new moms and help moms feel not so alone, because like, trust me, I go through it all too, and you're not alone. And I just want everyone who watches my videos to know that, and to know that I'm not perfect. I have daily struggles and everything like that. So that is why I continue filming these videos, just because when I'm watching other YouTubers and they're going through struggles that I'm currently going through, it just makes me feel not so alone. So that is why I do it. And yes, I do make a small amount of money from it. I am not a big YouTube channel by any means, so every month fluctuates, but I will say last month I made what I was making at my previous job before I quit. So I do make some money from it. If you guys shop any of my links and watch any of the ads on my videos, I just have to say thank you so much for doing that, because that is ultimately how I'm able to help feed my kids and put a roof over their head. Yeah, so if you guys are supporting me by watching my videos and liking my videos and commenting on them, I just have to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. As a stay-at-home mom, do you ever feel bad for spending your husband's money? So like I said, I do make a small amount of money from YouTube. Every month fluctuates, like I said, but my husband and I, we don't have your money, my money. It's all our money. Even before I was making any money on YouTube, because it takes a really long time to start making money, his paychecks were our money. So it wasn't his money, it wasn't my money, it was our money. And that's how I think every healthy marriage should look at it, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. We have a joint bank account. We each have our own debit cards that are attached to that joint bank account. So I don't need to ask him to spend any money. He doesn't need to ask me to spend any money. If it's a bigger purchase, yes, we will discuss it and make sure that it's in the budget, but it's never his money or my money. And I feel like that's just the first step into creating a very, very healthy marriage. What kind of car do you drive, and do you recommend it? You guys ask me that so much because you guys see my white seats, and yes, I love my white seats and I love my car so much. So I drive a Tesla Model Y. It's one of the newer models of a Tesla, and I absolutely love it. I do wish it was a little bit bigger. I wish I had a little more room, but the Model X, you guys, that is freaking expensive, and I don't think I will ever get a Model X, but I wish I had like a third row in my car, but I don't, so my 3 kids have to sit side by side in the back seat. But other than that, I literally love my car so much. I love my white seats. I know you guys do too. That's actually funny because the next question was, does your car actually drive itself? Yes, it does actually drive itself. It's the craziest thing. I'm the only person that uses it. My husband, when he drives my car, he's like not comfortable using that feature, but it's called autopilot, and Yeah, it literally drives itself. It brakes, it turns, it does literally everything. You have to keep your hands on the steering wheel though, otherwise it will like notify you that you need to put your hands on the steering wheel, so you can't like take a nap. You have to have some pressure on the steering wheel, otherwise it'll pull you over and park for you. What do you do to take care of yourself as a busy mama of 3? So I will be completely honest with you guys. I don't have a lot of self-care time. I don't do a lot of self-care. I think like things that I do to take care of myself are I get my hair done probably every 3 months. I haven't gotten it done in like 3 months, and I won't be getting it done for another couple of weeks. So it's really run out right now, but that is one thing that I do as a self-care thing is I get my hair done. I like to make sure I have time to do my makeup in the mornings. It just makes me feel more put together and feel better. I try to take like some time every couple of weeks to do my nails. Self-care looks so different for so many people. Even taking a shower by yourself with no kids needing you, no one needing you. It's just your mindset that is really important. So if you have the mindset of, I get to take this shower in peace with no one needing me, that's self-care right there. How do you keep your house clean with 3 kids? So you guys, this is like one of the biggest things that causes me anxiety and just being like really overwhelmed is a messy house. So right now my husband just got home from being gone for a while, and I'm looking at his bags right here on the floor of my room, and it's stressing me out like beyond. It's so stressful looking at all of these clothes on the floor. So for me, it's like tackling each thing every day. So I like to make sure all the dishes are done before I go to bed, and then when I wake up and make breakfast, after breakfast I like to make sure that all of the dishes are put away. I also have my kids clean up after themselves. So if they're playing with a toy, they need to clean it up before they start playing with another toy, and that's been something that's really helpful. My kids are also responsible for cleaning their room, so I will help them, but they need to clean up the messes that they make. I also just like to make sure that we do one big pickup of the downstairs before we go to bed. I usually don't allow many toys downstairs. The toys need to stay upstairs in their room, but they are allowed to bring some toys downstairs to play with throughout the day, but they need to bring them back upstairs before we go to bed and put them away. So I found that those things help a lot. My husband actually is also very helpful. He does the dishes after dinner, and usually like one weekend a month, we will spend the entire weekend deep cleaning the house, like cleaning the bathtub and the showers and the toilets and everything. Obviously, if things are dirty throughout the week or they get dirty, then I'll just clean them right then and there. But for me, it's just like making sure everything is picked up. I wish I was a little more relaxed about the house being messy, but I'm just not. So for me, it's like I have to keep my house clean, otherwise I get very, very overwhelmed very, very fast. Okay, and then the last question that I'm gonna answer, because this video is getting kind of long, is will you go back to work when your kids are all in school? So I don't think so. I might change my mind and I might go back to work. I don't know, so don't like hold me to this, but I don't think that I will go back to work at like a 9-to-5 job. I don't know, it's hard to say because she won't be in school for another 5 years. But like for me, like I want to be able to go on field trips with my kids. I want to be able to go to all of their sports games and volunteer at their school. I want to be very, very involved with my kids. My mom was a single mom and she was never able to go on field trips with me. She never chaperoned any of my school dances or anything like that. And there were times where I was so bummed seeing other kids' parents there with them and my mom wasn't there. And I'm not holding that against her. Like, she was a single mom, she had to work, she owned her own business, like she had to do it. But for me and my kids, like that's something that I remember that would have meant so much to me. And so I want to be able to do that for my kids. So it's hard to say. If I do go back to work, it'll be very, very part-time. But also, like I said, I do make some money from YouTube. And so I don't really need to go back to work. My husband also makes enough money to where I don't need to go back to work, but we will see. I don't know right now if I will or not. We'll tackle that once we get there, but I definitely will not be going back to work until my kids are in school if I do go back to work. All right, you guys, that is gonna be it for the Q&A. Little Navy is sleeping on my arm. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope I answered your question if you had one for me. And I also just hope you guys got to know me a little bit better. So if you like Q&As, please give this one a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
On the weekend.